Yo guys, what's up? Are we in the room? Hello? Can you hear me? I've been just to let you know, guys, boomer moment. I was just chatting away just then. I was talking away and I was just literally going in on it. Right? I can't stay up too late, man. I need to maintain some order in my mind. Jesus. Ah, man. What's going on, Ben? Members, how are we? I was literally chatting by myself. Honestly, I was just sat there and I was just literally, I was explaining to you guys what I was doing. I was actually just sharing it across the board to the members. I mean, Jesus, man, what is going on? Why do I do it? And I don't do it intentionally either. I genuinely have good intentions to like start talking and get the ball game rolling. Man, I don't get it. He stayed until 5 a.m. Wow. Yeah, I'm going to be covering a couple of things today. Covering something in particular. I'm going to discuss, Ethereum, Bitcoin, XRP. I'm going to dive into a little bit of Forex because I know bang out the zone. He's grabbed Forex by the horns. So I'm just going to dedicate a bit of time there for him so that I can get some insight towards him as well, because he's literally taken the Forex game and he's just doing his very damned hardest just to get the idea of it all. Absolutely smashed it yesterday, did a very good call. So I'm gonna have a little conversation about Forex so we can all be on the same page with that. But yeah, is everyone all good? Bank holiday, guys, use this time, right, to understand what's going on across the board. Excellent, I'm all good, man. John, how you doing, my friend? J-Red, what's good? Euro USD collapsed. We'll have a look at Euro USD. We will. Oh yeah, but dollar yen managed to catch dollar yen's move to the upside. Wow, happy days. And what I don't normally like to do is I don't like to hold trades, but I'm going to let you in on a little bit of a secret on what usually happens with the brokers with Forex, right? Which is something that you can capitalize on, but you've got to be very careful with it because sometimes it can go the opposite way. All right, so I'm going to talk about that as well. But yeah. All right, sack trades, bro. Take it easy, my man. You do your thing, bro. Music or no music? Houdini, I'll cover the pairs, don't worry. Little music. Can you hear it? If you can hear it a little bit, let me know. All right, cool. Let's leave it at that then. Cool. All right then. Firstly, I just want to say thank you to all patrons who are still joining the Patreon, Trades Reality Patreon. Thank you so much. You know, another month, more information coming your way. And the great thing about this game of trading is there is always something new to understand. You know, we are applying the knowledge. We've got our foundation, and then we are exposed to various ways of how to apply that knowledge. And this is how you learn the system. You're only going to learn it if you expose yourself to as much screen time as possible. And I do that with the updates, keep you posted, keep everything in line. And I know it's helping people, which is a great thing. So happy days towards that. That's all I wanted to achieve. Yeah, I've been through other Patreons. I've had a look at some other Patreons because Mike said to me, go and have a look and see what they're putting. And I'm not blowing my own horn, but I am probably doing categorically the most, you know, straight up, because it's, you know, I will always feel like I'm not justifying, you know, the fact that people are contributing every single month towards the name of the Traders Reality, supporting me as such. I will never feel that I am justifying enough information. So I will always keep going. I'm giving you my thoughts, exactly what I'm thinking. We're going to be switching it up as well. I'm going to be trying to incorporate more live trades. And I mean, the live trades, I'm going to be doing a lot of Forex, because Binance, the crypto platform itself, it's a tricky place for me. I'm going to be straight with you. I'm finding it difficult getting, you know, market orders, limit orders. I don't have the patience to sit and wait for a limit order to be hit. It's not my forte. And this is what I mean about when you know what kind of trader you are, you need to make sure that you stick to that basis of trading, because when you start to come away from it, then all the bad habits that you were trying to effectively resolve back in the day all start to come back. So while I was on the Binance platform, I was like, right, okay, let me place a limit order here, because it's I'm getting the maker fees. Okay, I don't want to be a taker, I want to be a maker. And the limit won't hit the order that I put it at, and sometimes it does hit it, sometimes it hits it above the price, below the price. And if a trade was going in my direction, the amount of times I managed to tried to catch a momentous move to the upside, and I would type in my limit order, and my limit order would just stay there and it just wouldn't get filled. But I was like, hold on, price is just made its way towards it. Why is it doing that? I didn't understand it, you know, and I end up getting just hitting everything at market. I just didn't have the patience for it. The maker taker fee is effectively designed to just keep you committed to hitting the maker element to it. It kind of does slow down your trading. In the light of PC Shed itself, you know, it's a different strategy. You know, he's building. You know, he can set a price and say, right, it's going to get to that point. I'll have an order ready for it. It's going to fill, you know. But trying to apply the scalping aspect to it, nah, man, I don't know. It just didn't sit right for me. And I started getting into a little bit of a dark place where I was thinking, shit, you know, I've been on MT4 for such a long time. I've been so used to placing an order and killing it within an instance. See, I don't have really any maker taker fees on MT4. You know, my entry point, if I say, you know, if I want to get in, which I'll show you in a short moment, I'll show you my entry. I'm only paying the commission that I agreed to pay. So if I pay what you'll see in a short moment, I think I paid like £10 to enter, and trade's gone 140 pips in my favor. Happy days. My £10 just comes off the balance. Done. You know? See, there we go. Maker market prices or actual. Oh yeah, guys, listen, I'm gonna be straight up with you. Okay, so my first attempt on that account, on the Binance account, turned $1,300. Got it to about 9.7. No, it was actually 10,106. Yeah, 10,000. So 1,300 USDT, and took it all the way to 10,113.30 USDT. Okay, so I had a great return on that, and that was over a period of 4 days. And then it just went all south from there. I was just like, what is going on? I didn't understand what was happening. But it's a different beast, and I've learned a thing or two about it. If I'm going to come back and do that, yeah, there's going to be things that I'm going to be considering way beforehand. I'm going to make sure that I understand exactly what needs to be done on that platform. I need to make sure I understand everything, because you could say that I was very excited to get involved with the idea of Binance trading crypto. I still trade crypto. I will still trade it. Okay, I'll just play a longer term game, and a buy and hold kind of thing. But my forte is scalping. I'm in and I'm out. And if there is a dynamic that changes the way that I've been doing it for such a long time, okay, remember, I've been using MT for 11 years. It's been easy for me to just go in and out, in and out. Yes, I've paid wide spreads before, but because of as time progresses and you're with the broker, they start to give you a little bit of freedom on the spread, to the point where you're not paying any spread, and then your commissions start to be lower as well, based on the amount of volume that you're committed to fulfilling. Okay, because whilst I was doing this stream, my trading volume actually dropped, so I actually had to go back in and qualify for that criteria again. So there was just so much happening, and then it's crazy, man. Doing 100 and literally working at 101 miles an hour, man. I'm making sure everyone gets the best of what I can offer. That's the goal. Because once I've made a few more PC sheds, I'll put the gloves up, and then I'll just say to everyone, okay, welcome to, everything's on the stream. And then we can just start doing some like trading rooms, where it's a nice place for us all to just turn up without the chaos of having hundreds and thousands of people asking wild questions. The content is there. I want to bring it so that I can focus on a few people, a couple of hundred people, and then just be like, here we go, keep doing that. So that is really the long-term goal. I will always be doing the streams. This ain't going to happen for a while yet, guys. I don't think I'm going to stop, because my journey's not done yet. Journey's not over yet, guys. Yes, I withdrew the initial investment. I did. There you go, PC. After 2,367 trades in 12 weeks. That is crazy. All right, let's get to some charts, guys. Yeah, so I just wanted to, establish that. Don't worry about likes, Thomas. Don't worry about likes, guys. You do not need to like the stream. Don't worry about it. This is a private stream. This is just a moment where it's just me, the YouTube members, and the patrons. It's pretty much a raw stream. It's unplugged kind of thing. Some of these streams are normally going to be rolled out into the YouTube channel for someone else to view, but this stream in particular, I ain't going to be doing that. There are some videos that are just literally, we don't need to put out into the YouTube platform. It's just one of these nice little conversations that we can all have. I was going to go live today, straight after this or during this. I was going to go live, but I thought, nah, man, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do it. I need time to relax as well. I need to clear my head. Right, ring. I need to sort that out. Give me a second. Okay, then. Right. Let's talk about what is going on with Ethereum first. Two seconds. Forgive me a second, guys. Give me a couple of seconds. 2 seconds, guys. All right, guys, sorry about that. Just had to sort out a couple of things. Okay. The bells. What bells? Yeah, it's Easter on our end as well. Got the Greek Easter. It's Easter Sunday for me on Sunday. But yeah, Good Friday yesterday and Easter Sunday this weekend. Yeah, she's still got a blocked nose. She's still bunged up, sneezing, you know, erratically. You know, I'm there literally with, you know, baby wipes, like it's some John Wayne kind of thing, getting ready to just throw it straight in her face. Let's go kind of thing. But yeah, the problem is if she, you know, if she doesn't sneeze, you know, she's like letting it build up on her chest, and that's a bit of an issue. So, but touch wood, she's all good now. You know, she's getting through it. Thank you, guys. All right then. Am I allowed to be on this stream? Well, is it members and patrons? I mean, if we start getting like hundreds of people in here, then something's wrong. But the video's unlisted, and I've shared it towards patrons and members. Okay, so it's all right if other people come in. You know, as long as it doesn't get crazy. We should have a few people in here because there is, you know, a few patrons and members as well. So, all right then. I went to YouTube and it doesn't show up. Cool, that's good. As long as it doesn't show up, then. Alejandro, are you a member? Well, you're not a member. Are you a Patreon? Okay then. Yeah, it was posted in the members' announcements. In the YouTube members' announcements. And the Patreons' announcements. If it's gone wrong, it doesn't matter, man. It's all good. It's all good. As long as I don't get no chaos. You know? Patreon link as well. Yeah, it's a private link. Oh, you're joking. Did it? Ah, that needs to be sorted out. I need to get rid of that. I do need to sort that out right now. Where is it? No. No. We need to control that shit, man. Alright, that's sorted then. That's sorted. Okay, it's cool. Whoa, that bot, man. Fuck's sake. I'm going to make sure Mike sorts that shit out, man. Oh, God. Yeah, I've got rid of it now anyway. Yeah, as soon as someone asks. We got people in here now. I don't want to just, get people back and forth. It's all good. Yep, there you go. Bang out the zone. Proper, yeah. Call it a taster. All right, and cool. So let's just have a conversation with Ethereum. Now, if you're in here unintentionally, it's all good. All right, but this stream on the Saturday is really just a touch base on a couple of things, The Dragon Nix. Are you serious? All right, then cool. Ethereum. So, the funny story is this. The beautiful concept of confirmation is there to protect us. Remember that. Confirmation is there to protect us. Yes, we were effectively waiting for a pattern to form, the head and shoulders, all right? And we did say Ethereum will need to break down below this level here for us to validate that the pattern is true. However, if she starts to come up to the box and breaks away from it, the pattern has now been invalidated. Now we're waiting for a new thing to happen. All right. This is why you do not make the mistake of thinking that whilst the pattern is forming, that you think, fuck it, I'm going to take the gamble and I'm just going to take the play because surely Ethereum's going to pull back by now. Look, she's forming the pattern. No, you wait for confirmation. Your job is to wait until the market maker is ready. He's not ready. Is 3K in sight? Absolutely. 3,000 is going to be an unbelievable thing for Ethereum. She would have effectively been rising non-stop for a whole week. The drop, and I genuinely believe that the drop is going to be triggered by some news announcements. I think something's going to be said, okay? That's going to trigger Ethereum's drop to the downside. But then, for all we know, Ethereum could just continue and continue and continue. The 50 doesn't even look like it's showing signs of, all day yesterday, look, she pulled away from the 50 here and she pulled away from the 50 here and here, but came straight back to it. Now this final extended pull away from the 50 and then this sharp move to the downside, but now it's looking to recover. I can guarantee, I've not looked at the 15-minute time frame yet, but I can pretty much assume that there's going to be some red candles here. Let's have a look. There you go. Red candle, and that's me being sincere with you. I haven't looked at Ethereum on the 15-minute time frame. All right, red candle at the 50 EMA has bounced all the way back. Okay, now here's a little bit of a trick. This is where you can effectively establish at what point did the market makers step in. Now, if you notice when I say to you guys, look left, look right, draw up the candle and see how much of it is recovered from the previous zone. When we see there's a red candle here and a green candle, when we mark up a box to determine, at what point did they start. All right. Whenever you see price coming back down and hits towards this point here, if you were to go back in time, okay, and back test this, you would probably notice that this green candle started pretty much at the point where it finished here. Okay. So they only started to turn green as it started getting closer towards the highs, which tells me that it was there that they started to build their shorts. So this here was effectively the area of shorts that they wanted to realize a return on. Okay, so they induced, and then they got busy in this area, took out the pivot point, up she went. And then she effectively forced price all the way up. One last hit, pump up, and then we've got the drop. Now, can you see a little formation here? Yeah, 3 pins to the high, 1, 2, and 3. Will it play out? Who knows? All right, because ultimately, if this M formation is going to play out, price needs to come up and not take it out. But Ethereum just keeps on not disrespecting, but she keeps doing her own thing. There is no stopping Ethereum, none whatsoever. In contrast to the way some people would consider gold to silver. Look, this is what's confusing, right? For a while, we always deemed Bitcoin as the dominant thing, but I said this before. Bitcoin is the fashionable coin. It's the coin that people talk about. It's the first thing, Bitcoin is the vogue, it's the fashionable coin to hold, all right? And it's the only coin that people are going to be enticed to step into the cryptocurrency game with. Go and look at faucets. Go look at anything and anyone that is doing anything to entice people to get involved with the cryptocurrency. Its base coin will and always will be Bitcoin. It's fashionable. It's utility. It's dog shit. Doesn't really do much, okay? But then you've got Ethereum. Ethereum is the blockchain. Look at what the technology behind what Ethereum allows companies to do. It's allowed companies to start up and amass fortunes and, you know, change the way people can do things purely on the principle of the blockchain, you know? So it's really, that Ethereum should be really the price that what Bitcoin is because of what it can do. Its utility is what keeps Ethereum as a true demonstration of value against what its coin is, its principle, and how well people adopt it, you know? That's crazy. $10. Yeah, that makes sense. There are people that don't care about Bitcoin. I'm like that as well. You know, I don't really like to pay attention to what Bitcoin does. I mean, the start of the streams, when I first started, I was only focusing on Ethereum because it looked like Ethereum was respecting zones. And you know what? She does respect zones. But this price movement is unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable. It's flawless. I'm not, the last time I saw anything like this was with gold back in the day when she just kept rising and rising and rising. But I tell you what, gold's move was so steep. It was a very steep move. You know, she wasn't doing much consolidation. But look, you can see Ethereum doing this consolidation in this area. This could be the consolidation move towards the 3K mark. You know, could I make a projection on Ethereum based on what I'm seeing here? I ain't going to dare to. All I can see is Ethereum is just rising. That is it. And there's nothing more to say other than, you know, Ethereum's got the strength to go higher and higher. She's confirmed the M2 point. Now we know M2, M4. Its next projection, 2.9. Once it hits the 2.9, the number 3,000 is very psychological. It's a huge number. $3,000 per coin. That is wild, you know? It's just, I mean, just look at her, man. She's just not budging at all. There is no sign of Ethereum wanting to come back. She's demonstrating a classic example of what a moon boy would be loving right now. Look at that. Just look at this behavior. M4 in sight, most definitely. But this is why I'm just not trusting this move. Could you say I'm leaving money on the table? Yeah, I am, because I'm not trading it to the upside. I'm waiting for the pullback. And this is the basis of your ability as a trader to sit through and wait for things. Okay? You're always going to be on the hunt. The hunt is beginning. It's very real. The hunt is very real on Ethereum. Waiting for the short, you know? Because everyone's like, whenever you're trying to catch a short, how long will your short last? Well, boy, this short is going to be a very interesting short, but something will have to trigger it. Look at all this ground that they've obtained. Market makers have been giving money away. In order for people to get price up to this point, people have to buy and market makers have to sell. At what point will they change? And the crazy thing is this. The amount of times that I've sat through news announcements where it was in favor of the coin, people naturally expect the coin to continue to rise. It completely does the opposite. Because at that moment's notice, when it collapses, that is when people say, well, they're going to want to send it down to get it cheaper. Yeah, we're getting into that territory right now. Ethereum previously was cheap enough to accumulate, all right, whereas Bitcoin isn't. Okay, so naturally you would expect traders or institutions, market makers to move price to a level where it could be great for them to accumulate again. Yeah, people are going crazy. We will, to be honest with you guys, listen. Why do you want Ethereum to drop? She seems to be retracing 50 EMA before reaching level 3. It's not a case. The reason why I want her to drop, okay, is because then it confirms, all right, that it's not I want her to drop, as I'm waiting for her to drop, all right? Because if you've missed the move to the upside, that's fine. I have no bias to the direction. Yeah, I know that she's going to reverse. She's going to drop down and continue again to the downside. Yeah. Bitcoin was trading at levels before that we would never thought she was going to come back to, and she did. I mean, look at this with Bitcoin. Did you anticipate Bitcoin from this point here, all right, when Bitcoin was all the way up here, did you anticipate Bitcoin to come all the way down to 46? 46 didn't look like a place that Bitcoin would go to. Well, she sure did. You know, when you're watching price from here and it's just rising and rising and rising and rising. Look, rise level 1, rise level 2, rise level 3, happy days. Yeah? But then Bitcoin decides to just completely drop and continues to drop quite aggressively. Now we're starting another move to the upside. Have they found fair value? Yeah? You know, very interesting. Yeah, Ethereum doesn't, for some reason, Ethereum, it's not that she hasn't respected pullbacks. All right. You've got to understand that Ethereum, because everyone now is using the platform or the blockchain or the ECR 20 tokens to buy and sell NFTs, when the NFTs start to slow down, okay, that's when you're going to start seeing things slowing down across the board with Ethereum. But then what I think will happen is Ethereum will start to drop, and then she'll start to hold a nominalized value where everyone will make sure she stays at that point. And that point at minimum could be down to the 2.5 mark, maybe down to the 2.3. That could be at the lowest point that Ethereum could ever get to. But then something could happen that completely change it. You know? It's like we've got the Ethereum 2.0. Like, where's that going to send Ethereum? Is this the result of it? You know? Let's have a look at Bitcoin. Bitcoin, yeah. Bitcoin has done excellent in light of the pattern. All right? She's done an amazing thing. And this is what's getting me, guys. This is what's making me think, what the fuck is going on? All right? You've got Bitcoin and XRP forming bases. All right? They are forming a base. You noticed XRP yesterday. Let's bring it up. XRP, she does the consolidate, W formation, does the consolidation, okay, and then she comes out, rise level 1. Level 1 is confirmed. Now we're working for the level 2 rise. So with XRP, she comes back down towards the 50 EMA. She hasn't hit it, which is fine, all right, because that can imply that there's strength. Look at the confluences, pivot point, happy days, all right. If she is going to continue higher, then she needs to move and break out. If she breaks out with conviction, then that would be the confirmed level 2. Now, consolidation hasn't hit the 50. I like to see the 50 being hit because it tells you a better story. All right, look, if you go back to Ethereum on the 15-minute time frame and on the hourly, all right, you see here that Ethereum, she did hit the 50 EMA here. And look what happened. She respects it and moves. So if I was in a long in Ethereum and I said, right, I'm waiting for Ethereum to come back to the 50 EMA. It needs to hit the 50 EMA to tell me whether or not that they are working on a move back to the upside, or they're going to just simply just come and touch the 50 and form a pattern and go. Okay. Well, look, she hit the 50 EMA. She pinned it, took the orders, triggered all the guys to go short because they're anticipating Ethereum to drop, and then bang, she reverses back up, comes back to the 50, and then continues back up again. You know? So it's the game that she's playing. You know, she's giving you the signals. This is why I say to you guys, it's important that you wait for the 50 EMA to be confirmed. It's going to tell you the story of their intention. Yeah, because they bring it back to normalized value. People who missed the bus and jump. Yeah, this is it. People are jumping in. This is it. Right. Well, we know where we're going if it hits. Weekend traders, that is. Yeah, it's Bitcoin needs to drop. Do you know what, guys? Bitcoin and XRP are the only two coins right now that are showing pattern-like behavior. This is why I'm so concerned about this move with Ethereum. Don't get me wrong. If you're a holder of Ethereum, you're laughing your head off. You know, you don't care if you're a holder. You know, you've just managed to capitalize on a fantastic run to the upside. But from a trader's perspective, you need to understand what you're waiting for. When Ethereum starts to do what she's doing, and then you've got XRP and Bitcoin respecting levels and forming patterns, that tells me that Ethereum is being heavily manipulated. That is what I understand of it. For it to just continuously keep rising, yeah, there's good news, and then there's fucking good news, and then there's fucking amazing news, and then there's just straight, just keep fucking pumping it until we can get enough fucking people onto it. Because it's cryptocurrency, you can see that it's got this kind of stigma where once people adopt it, once people start showing an interest, the only way that they can bond their interest to that is if they put their money down. And this marketplace is about grabbing as much liquidity as possible. And remember, the market makers will always have the bigger liquidity pools to facilitate those transactions. I said it this week. The market maker's job now is to try and get as many people who think Ethereum needs to drop to get them to commit to going long. It's that is when that's when the turn fucking hits. All right. It's when you convince those who think it should be short to get them to go long. And when they go long, they're going to put down fucking size because they've missed out on such a huge move to the upside. They want to try and grab as much of it as they can. That's when she changes. You know, that's exactly when it changes. Just reading your comments, guys. How would you see what in the chart? Ether was stuck for such a long time before now. Ether has been accumulating since February. Yeah, that's what I mean. Ethereum hasn't moved. You know? Hey, J-Red, relax, man. We've been doing Bitcoin. We can do Bitcoin, we do Ethereum, we're doing XRP. They're the main coins. We're going to flick in between. All right? Bitcoin, courtesy of J-Red. All right? Pulling back. Is this Bitcoin's level 2? Bitcoin needs to come back down to the 50 EMA to effectively finalize to go to level 2. My projections are still in sight. 59, well, we hit the 57, so that's happy days. 59, 60, 61, and then we're looking at the 65, and then the 70. I'm still waiting for Bitcoin to go 70, and some people were like saying to me, when Bitcoin was down here, do you still see it going to 70, Tino? Ha ha. Well, let's have a fucking conversation now, man. You know? See, the thing is, I'm a scalper, and I'm literally giving you guys swing trading analysis, you know. Day trading analysis. It's weird. It's weird. It's weird what I'm doing, but hey. For educational purposes, where would have been the XRP advanced entry down on the one pattern at peak formation? Okay, cat slice, no worries, I'll show you that. Okay. So XRP peak formation entry. You can see it for yourself. What do you see? Two things you can see. What are they? Remember, the psychological low and the psychological high are going to tell you the market maker's intention, okay? Price is going to do one of two things. It's either going to pull away from it to the upside or pull away from it to the downside, okay? Notice, this is the peak formation of XRP. Let me zoom out so you can see it. There's a W formation from last week. The psychological high and low are here, the two lines, you can see them. Stopping volume comes in here, triggers the shorts to go low, spikes price back up, comes back above into the psychological low, and then this notable volume comes and breaks away from that zone. It's here. This is where you could have had like an advanced elite entry, you know, godlike entry here. All right. If you were to enter long here and set your stop to effectively be below that point there where the market maker stopped traders' liquidity from going further for helping them realize a profit on this drop to the downside. All right. You can see it. You see the 3 pins, 1, 2, 3 pins to the low right there. Notable volume coming in, breaks above the 50 and the 5 and the 13. okay, confirms that they want to move away from the psychological low. There's your entry. Price rises away. That effectively sets the intention. Do you see why I say to you, don't trade Sunday and Mondays, okay, unless you've got your strategy down to a T. Don't trade Sunday and Mondays, because it helps you understand, excuse me, the intention, okay? Your goal is to work out where are they going to be in light of the range, the psychological high and the psychological low. That's your focal point, all right? Now, price has done exactly what we needed her to do. She went and broke away from that point. Happy days. We've established that the market makers favor higher prices. So you know for the rest of the week, they're not going to want to send price down there, all right? Because they manipulated price in this area here. They accumulated as many longs as they can, okay? And then they moved price out of the zone. The psychological high and low are formed from the first high and the first low that is achieved on Sunday night, okay? But how go get it? Is it can't you get, don't you have MT4, Mark? Look, the first high was that. This is from the open, all right? The first high was there. Price came back down, it pulled away from it, and then it formed a low, pulled away from it. That's the first low. That's not the low, okay? This isn't the low, it's the first low. So the first high is when price rises and then it pulls away from that point. That's the first high, okay? The first low is the one where price hits the low and then pulls back. It hits a point and pulls back away from it and consolidates away. That's the first low, okay? Once that is achieved, done. You've got your range for the week, all right? And that range goes all the way across the chart. On a Mac. There's a lady in the Discord called Roxana. Okay, she's on Mac and she's managed to install MT4 on her Mac. She's done it successfully. Okay, so search for a lady called Roxana and she'll be able to help you out, Mark. Okay, because you need to, or just make sure you come to the streams, because I will always make reference to the psychological high and low, and I always help you guys work out, you know, label down the levels anyway. So so yeah, so XRP comes up here and then she pulls back, she forms the base and then she moves out. XRP now is looking to potentially try and take out this zone. Could this be the level 2 rise? We need to wait and see. Okay, but it looks like XRP. I mean, my projection point for XRP is pretty much 1867 at the minimum, all right, in between this zone here. So 185, happy days. Further than that, yes, I do believe that XRP, in light of this formation, the cycle itself, we could at least hit the 29, the 2229, all right, depending on the strength of the moves, all right, because there's a lot of news coming out for XRP soon, guys. A lot of news. She's going to be getting listed soon, so she can get traded again, and the effect that that's going to have is just going to absolutely dwarf this fucking projection that I've put of 229, all right? So that's just me being, you know, moderate in my approach to my projection, because we haven't really focused much on XRP, but you've got to understand, when you see the pattern, you know something's going on, all right? Bitcoin, again, just respecting the patterns, guys, and this is what we want to see. All right, but then you've got Ethereum. She's just doing her own thing. Another all-time high. Like, I mean, come on, she's working towards that. When will this stop? It is frightening. $3K could be the mark. 3K. It's the only big psychological number that's in sight. Remember, market makers like to form bases and they like to build their positions in and around whole numbers. All right. There you go. Yeah, Michael, listen. This is something that I understood about Ethereum, all right? The 800 EMA on the 1 minute time frame is a flaw. It is brilliant. Okay, you can trade off that, and it always likes to print off, you know, the pattern. Let me just bring it down to the 1 minute on Bitcoin. All right, here we go. Bloody hell, this thing. Here we go. So you can see, I mean, look at that. Look at that for basing. Let's look back. W's. Look at that for a W formation right there. Isn't it a wonderful thing, the 1 minute time frame? 1 minute time frame is literally like, it's the place to be. It is the place to be, but you guys have to have such resilience. And my advice to you when you trade the 1 minute time frame, zoom out. Zoom out. Because when you put down size, okay, and you're here, look at the difference, the effect of it can have. Look. I'm going to zoom in. Okay, when you see that there, okay, you think, fuck, look how much ground it's gaining. Happy days. Yeah, that is amazing. But you know when you zoom out, all right, it kind of gives you a different story. And it helps to zoom out. All right. It always helps to zoom out, guys. All right. You can see that she's not really gaining much ground now, is she? When you zoom out and look at things. All right. But the 800 EMA looks like it's showing support. Bitcoin could rise even further now. All right. Double top up here. And see, there's nothing wrong. You can trade this. The 800 EMA is always the place where price will go to base out. And that's exactly what she's done. You know? The Brinks boxes is where it's sort of effectively sets up the movement. Okay. So here we go. The Brinks box. Ideally, you want to look at the Brinks box on the 15-minute time frame, but there's nothing stopping you from using it on the 1 minute time frame. What do you need to look for in the Brinks box? Okay. The Brinks box is where the move starts to get set up. Okay. It's the open of Frankfurt and it's just before the London Open. Okay. This is the gap time. All right. So you can see here that they've got, in the gap time, they've had the conversation with the market makers overseas. They've told them where the money's at. Brinks box triggers. You got a stop, hunt, rise, drop. All right. That's the best way you need to see the Brinks box. It forms the pattern. It gives you the intention before it happens. Yeah. That milk, Michael, that's the one. That is right. That is the right thing. You know? When you spend enough time on the 1 minute time frame, you will understand that when price crosses the 50 EMA, see, there's nothing wrong in this trade here. There's nothing wrong in understanding. Would have I taken this trade? Yes, I would have taken an entry from this candle here, okay, and I would have rode as much of it as I could, all right, because I was at the 50 EMA, well, 5 and the 13. It was basing here. It wasn't showing me signs of going lower. Why? Tell me why I believe that Bitcoin would be rising from this point here. Why do you think I'd be thinking that? I want to know who knows it. Price not moving down. Yep, that's one. That's one. Many red candles. They're accumulating longs. No pins to the high. Well done, Mark. Mark said it. Mark said it. Yes, there are pins to the low. But what do we understand about the pins? What are they doing? If they're trying to induce traders to go short, okay, that's where the red candles are. That's where they get them in. They get the retail trader to believe that price is going to drop, all right? So they do these red candles. What else are they doing? They're not working the highs. Because remember, market makers don't buy at highs, they buy at lows. So they tap the liquidity below. Pins, 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 pins. It's not just simply finding 3 pins and trading it off that basis. No, you need to trade it off the psychological effect of why those pins are appearing. They are tapping the pools. They're getting the liquidity. There's money here. Money, money, money. Money right there. Okay? This was Bitcoin's high yesterday. Okay? That was... No, Bitcoin's... Wait, where is it? What was that? Is that the high? Yes, this was Bitcoin's high, yesterday's high. Okay? And you can see what they're doing. They're keeping it contained because there are guys that are going long from yesterday's high. All right? They're using the novelty of buying the pullback, buying the dip. Yeah? That's where the dip is, in this zone here. Notice the pins. There. Here, here, here. If you see more pins to the downside than you do to the up, you know they're working the shorts, which means that they're trying to take longs at lower prices to close them at a higher point later on. This move now should take us to the pivot point, okay? It should take us to the pivot point. But that's not financial advice, guys. Remember, please, you know, don't just go off what I'm saying, okay? We're operating on the 1 minute time frame. I'm trying to demonstrate something to you, okay? Have caution, you know, proceed with caution, because Bitcoin can actually still drop back down. It's the 1 minute time frame. It's treacherous like that. But we understand. Look, if I'm going to be making an entry, I'm entering here and I'm closing towards the next 200 EMA. That's my commitment. I'm getting in and I'm getting out. Okay? I have no reason to stay in the trade. All right? Yeah, I may have missed out this move here, but I'm fine with that, because why? I can then make another entry at another point. But what I'm trying to demonstrate to you guys is the beauty of understanding these pins to the low. All right? Why are they not making pins to the high? Because they're not working the highs, they're working the lows. That's what it is. Well done, Mark, man. You know, they want to trap the retail trader in this zone. They've been moving price. They need to get the retail trader to get his money in. So that's why they work the lows, because they favor higher prices. They want to move price higher, not above, not there. Yeah, you'll see a nice M, you know, on 1 minute time frames. Yeah, nice little M there. Little M there. It's all over the place. Yes, we're going to go into some Forex stuff. Here we go. Let me talk you through my dollar yen trade. Okay. So, my dollar yen trade. All right. So yesterday. So we need to understand. Right. Let me just get rid of this, because it's blocking everything. Get rid of that. So, okay. So yesterday, you have to look at the bigger picture with dollar yen. All right. So we need to look back. What has dollar yen been doing? All right. She was dropping for the best part of like 15, 16 days, nearly 2 weeks, over 2 weeks of just continuous dropping. All right. At what point was she going to change? So we saw that candle. All right. Right there. If you have that Excel spreadsheet, you would know the red candle, green candle formation. You would understand what was going on there. Okay. That Excel spreadsheet is somewhere. I know it's in the Patreons. All right. So it's there for you. All right. Go and study it. Take care of yourself, Robert, man. Now, she came back to the 50 EMA, happy days. Rise level 1, drop. Rise level 2. I'm expecting more movement to the upside. My projection point for dollar yen is effectively at the 109.50 mark. It's the next half number where the market makers like to get positions. You know, you got the whole numbers, the half numbers, and the quarter numbers. Okay, I've got this indicator here that prints those for me, so I have them in sight. If you can see this, you'll see them right now. If you look at the chart, you can see 109, 1097, 109, 108, 750, 108, 500. Okay, and this goes all the way up. You can see keeps going and going for each session up to 110.50 before it resets and goes up to takes the next zone. All right, but my conviction for dollar yen, wait, I'll show you my entry. Here we go. So we had the test on the 50 EMA on the 4 hourly, which was huge. These two candles here was yesterday's session. All right, drop down to the 1 hour. You can see you've got 1, 2, 3 pins to the low. 3 pins to the low. On Thursday, I was watching this here. When we had the stop hunt rise drop, Okay, the New York reversal. You got railroad tracks right here. Okay, we took a long and I changed my direction and went short at the same time. Okay, did well on Forex on Thursday. Really happy with that. Okay, and I took that move there. But I knew we were going to come back to this candle. We needed to. Why? Because dollar yen is in the accumulation phase. It's getting ready to formulate another move to the upside. So we waited for the pullback to the 50 EMA. There she is. Look how beautiful that pullback is. This is the consolidation you want to see. This right here. May be a bit chaotic, but look. Came down to the 50. 1, 2, and 3. Notice the pins. All right. Not many pins at the highs. It's all at the lows. And the lows are all the pins are appearing at points in the chart where it's important. All right. You can't count that as a pin. Can't really count that as a pin because that is an anomaly. It just spiked and came back down. Okay. But look, 1, 2, and 3 right there. Okay. That's the focal. My entry point sat right on the close of this candle here. That was the confirmation for me just before the New York session. That's because I knew New York were going to step in and move. I wanted to grab that momentum. I had the range weekly high in sight, had the M3. We were at the pivot point. M2 had been confirmed previously, and she was being confirmed with these pins to the low. The Asian session low was being formed right there. Okay. And if we look at the daily open, let's pull up the daily open. Hold on. There she is. Look. Look at that. The power of the daily open, man. Fuck, it's just an unbelievable thing. Just find where it opened at and draw it across your screen. The daily open is an important thing to understand. All right? Look, I made my conviction that that was the candle to enter in at. Why? Because they came in, opened there, spiked the high and brought price back down. They were forming below the key notable area. What was the key notable area? It's there in front of you. The 90, the 10900. What did they do? They build their longs at lower prices below key notable areas to break away from that point at the best possible price with the most amount of liquidity. Okay, that's how they do it. They build their longs below key numbers so they can break out with the most amount of liquidity and get their orders filled perfectly, because the momentum in and around the whole numbers is huge. Okay, it's a psychological number. All right, we are influenced with psychological numbers. All right, remember the conversation about how market is. They advertise things. It's $24.99. You know, you're not paying 25, so it doesn't seem like a big dent in your actual pocket. You're paying $24.99. It's cheaper than what it says it is. Okay, than what you conceive it to be. It's 25 fucking quid. All right, but it's $24.99. All right, that's the That's the best part about it. But when it's a discount, you know, it's £50. It's a whole number. It's impressionable. All right. That same phenomena applies in the markets, because that's how people see price. They don't give a shit about dollar yen being at 109.071. They don't give a fuck about that. It's a shit number. There's nothing to it. All right. Granted, there may be orders in that area, but it doesn't matter. But 109 itself, the whole number, there are people stacking orders there, because there are people that have positions and limits at every whole number. Okay, so 108, 109, 110, sorry, 110, 111, 112. And that is how the market makers exploit it. Okay, so the daily opens right there. Price comes back down, pin to the low, pin to the low, pin to the low. 3 pins right there. My entry was just below right here. You can see just below right there, open 4 or 5 positions, and they're quite stacked right there. And price then just completely ran to the moon. She recovered the previous candle, broke out, happy days. There was no hesitation to hold this, had no drawdown whatsoever. Actually, I did have a drawdown, entered right here on the open of this candle. It finished here, and so it finished there, opened there, pulled back, came out, then came back down, spiked the low, up she went. So I had very minimal drawdown. All right, and the drawdown and the daily open, look at how it's respected it. If you go back in time, look at the daily open right here. Look at the beauty of that. Comes down, it opens there, drops all the way down, rise, retrace, tests the daily open at the 50 EMA, the 5 and the 13 EMA crossover, bang, you're out. Okay, let's look at it again. Daily open, confirmation of strength at the daily open. Price moves away from that point. She needs to come back down because she didn't make much ground. Okay, she's come back down now and tested the daily open right there. All right. So the daily open can effectively act like a magnet. If the daily open is nearby, guaranteed she's going to try and test it. All right. If they come and show support from the daily open, okay, like here you can see it came in and showed support, broke away from it. They're going to trade the fuck away from it. They want to make sure they push price higher. Okay. Michael, take it easy, my friend. God bless you, man. Thank you. Are you getting that, guys? Are you understanding this? Is this clear to you? Okay. Wicked. Wicked, wicked. Another tool next to the hammer in the toolbox. Do you see why? I mean, this is why I trade Forex. It's legacy. Everyone is. It's, you know, for me, this, I know this works. For me, this is what the system that you guys are using is based on understanding how it works in here. You know, Obi-Wan Kenobi. You know, it's all good, man. And that's my dollar yen trade. I'm going to keep you guys posted on that. I'll keep you guys updated with it because it's just, you know, when you see it appearing like this, all right, you can see dollar yen. It just, I mean, look, if we look at gold at the same time, because I was keeping an eye on gold. Look what gold was doing. Yeah, gold's dropping. It's slowly dropping. All right, you can see from the way they're behaving with gold. It's rangy. Look at it. So what they're doing is they're effectively pulling out of gold slowly. All right, taking their money out of gold slowly, and they're putting it onto risk on assets such as dollar yen. All right, dollar yen has got a lot of ground to recover from. All right, we're going to see some good movement to the upside with dollar yen. That's what I project with dollar yen. The 50 and the 200 are pretty much at a crossing point. That would be what you guys would deem as the golden cross. Beautiful. I'm expecting the move to be higher, and it's then going to pull back, continuation to the upside. Now, here's the thing that I was going to talk to you about. The gap. This is where it's going to get interesting this weekend. Anyone that's got this MT4 platform, pay attention. Just before 10 p.m. Sunday night. All right, if you're in the UK, just keep an eye out when the market's open, because I know we've got daylight saving and it's an hour forward and whatnot. Okay, but just pay attention to the open. All right, look at how the candle finished. Where are we? Okay, so towards the end of the session, they started moving price higher, moving it higher, moving it higher. Okay, the amount of times I've seen this sort of pattern and then it gaps up is unbelievable. All right, I am expecting dollar yen to gap up. All right, look at how the 5 finished very, you know, the 5-minute time frame stayed above in this zone right here. All right, they favor higher prices. Now, when the general intention is to go to the upside, sometimes you actually see a gap down, which triggers so many longs, okay, and takes out the liquidity of the longs, of the shorts, and then they reverse price and close the gap, and it moves so aggressively to the upside. All right, on Sunday night, okay, I will share an image of the gap up and you'll see what I'm talking about. But if you can catch it, all right, now you can't because the market's closed. All right, ideally you want to build into build into the gap, all right, at the weekend before. There'd be a strategy that I used to do where I would wait for the last 10 minutes before the market would close, and I would look at the range that she was at, and if she was going to look to gap up, I would set probably about 50, 60 limit orders in this point here, all right, because the gap up, right, would literally fill those orders and I would be in instant profit straight away. However, the problem that you've got is the spread, all right? At the point of the gap, the spread is fucking treacherous, all right? Your spread could be, the gap up could be, it could fill your gap, but the actual spread itself could be ask line here, sorry, the bid line here, and the ask is all the way at the top. You would need the ask line to come closer for your profit to be at least realized, okay? So you got to be careful. I remember I had one gap up where dollar yen gapped up like 180 pips, 180 pip gap up. I stacked up the orders at about 5 to 10 on a Friday night, and I was putting limit orders after limit orders in this area here, for example, all right? And I was just waiting on that Sunday night. I waited and waited. I was over the weekend, I was looking at what information was being discussed. This was around about the time when Kim Jong-un was talking about, you know, firing his nuclear missiles into waters, and, you know, the US were getting really pissed off about it. And then towards the end of it, he said he wasn't going to do it, which actually brought happy sentiment to the marketplace. Sunday night, price gapped up 180 pips, all right? And I got filled really well, and it was just unbelievable. And then what we did was we opened shorts because we wanted to fill the gap, and then we rode it again, built in some more longs as they closed the gap, and price just continued from there. So, you know, when you spend enough time watching the charts and you see this behavior, you can exploit it all day, man. You can just take it for what it's worth. Yeah, this is going to be a swing trade. I'm going to be talking about this for a little while. Okay, this is going to be a very good swing trade. I'm going to be building. I'm going to show you how I build on US Forex, sorry. But you can see that I've pretty much covered the ground now, okay? And the great thing about this about MT4, guys, is they allow hedging straight away. So if on the gap up, when it gaps up, I'm going to open shorts and ride the gap all the way down, okay, to the point where they close it, and it'll be at a 50 EMA. And then at the point where they decide to close and finish the actual gap and move back to the upside, I will then add more positions. So hypothetical, an example would be this. Say dollar yen gaps up, and she gaps up to here, okay? At that point, this gap here, I would start opening shorts, all right? I would open a bag of shorts in this area, no emotion, straight in, okay? I will ride the short up until wherever we can get price to go. So whether that is the 50 EMA or until it closes the window. Once it closes the window, which is the gap, that is when I'll start doubling up on my position. So I'll replicate another 5-6 positions like I did here, and I'll add to those positions right there, okay? And then we will wait and see what happens. I've taken profit from the short. I'm going to keep the actual trade here long, because usually what happens is if there is a long trade that I build and it starts to pull back, okay, I'm not in deficit because I've still got profit here. So I use the money that's in profit here to effectively give the new entries a chance to, you know, fluctuate, get, you know, maintain some order, and then move in profit, anticipate a move in profit to the upside, okay? So hedging automatically comes as an option that is already triggered in the MT4 platform itself. So PC Shed, if you were to come over to Forex, you know, you would enjoy that luxury right there, my friend. Christian, it's already in the YouTube channel. It's there for the patrons as well. I've done some live trades on my Binance experience. I've got 3 videos in the stream, which is called Live Trade Crypto. All right, that's in the channel. And you've also got in the Patreons, tier 3 only, they have got access to live trades and my mentality, my mindset during those live trades and reason why I took those trades. And you know, they're live trades that I close as well. I give you reasoning to why I'm getting out of my trades. So go check that out, man. If you just take on trading view. Can you look at the monthly candle of Bitcoin? Let's have a look at the monthly candle of Bitcoin then. Ooh. Whoa, lots of writing here. Here we go. So she started the month in a positive. Happy days. Let me just do this. 2 seconds. Let me just bring up a new chart of Bitcoin. Just so you guys can see it clearly. Just different random candles. There you go. That's your Bitcoin monthly candle. For the past, what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 months, it's been rising. Look at that. That is wild. That is crazy. Frightening, isn't it? When you see something like that. Look at Ethereum. Ethereum's going to be an interesting one to look at. Look at that. You can't help but say to yourself, at what point does she come back? You know? At what point does she come back? Look at the size of that gain right there. All right? Crazy games. Crazy. They are just playing a different ball game with us right now. Will we see a retrace? We will always see a retrace. Look, always. Even down here it retraced, down there it retraced, even there retraced. It has not stopped going up. You know? Exactly. Pancho, this is what I'm looking at. I'm scared about this move, but I'm also looking forward to the short. You know? Literally, Ethereum's behaving like an altcoin. Then you got the weekly, but it finished strong on the week. It will finish very strong on the week. Yeah? Got a little gap here. Crazy. This is when the stream started, guys. Round about here. That is when the stream started. We've been riding this move to the upside. Unbelievable. It is crazy. XRP coming back up. Happy days. Ethereum, what are you doing? Of course you're bloody rising. Why do I even need to bother? Bitcoin. There you go. See? Earlier I said to you, getting long here. Play it to the 200. Leave money on the table. Come straight back. You know, pivot point is the projection. Big green candle. Showing support. Closing above the 5 and the 13. 50 EMA and 30 are starting to and 50 EMA and 200 crossing over. Price looking to move higher. We need to wait and see. 800 EMA. 4-minute base. Contraction. Move out. The short, Gabriel, the short will be unbelievable. You know, you'll see everyone panic. Lucas, yes, hold on. Let me just open up a new one. Euro USD. Yeah, I'll tell you why that move happened, guys. Okay? I'll tell you exactly why. Because where's she at? So, Euro USD has been rising for 17 days. Look, she was dropping for near enough 2 weeks. W formation. She's now rising. She recovers the whole move. Then what happens? All right. Rise. See, this is what's happened with Ethereum. Doesn't it look familiar? Ethereum bases, rises one more time. Notable volume. She then looks to drop. Let's look at Ethereum. One more volume. Rise a little bit. Looking to drop. Do you see what I mean? Like, do you understand why my conviction is Ethereum at one point needs to fucking drop? Okay. This thing here, look, Euro USD pinned the high. Okay. Came down. The Brinks box was there. Setting up the session. Friday. Straight away trade. Bang. Shifting out the zone. Shifting out of the zone. All right. Now she's 1 day away from its peak formation. All right. She's effectively formed 2 times ADR. Fucking hell, for the week. She did it in one session. So, yeah, that move there was beautiful. Coming back to recover it. If we then flip this and put on the indicators. Not that one. We put on final PVSRA. You can see big green candle. Notable volume, recovering the point. There she goes. Recovers it, recovers it, recovers it. We look left. Where else did she recover? Green candle right there. Look to your left. Oh my God. Oh my God. She's done it again. Look. Tell me if you can see it. From the point of here, all right, where that low is, right there. That is where this red candle finished. Zoom out. What do you see? Try and get it right on there. There you go. What do you see? Right there. The fucking start of that. Frightening. See, again, I'll say it again to you guys. Do you see why it is so important that you understand the candlesticks? Fuck the W's, the M's, the fucking all of that, okay? They are just part of the puzzle. You must have an understanding of the candlesticks because that is where you're going to understand how to project, all right? You're going to understand how and why price needs to come back to certain zones, okay? Look at all the green candles that have been recovered. All right. And I'm not just saying it's a simple matter of you finding a green candle and thinking, yeah, it's going to happen. Look at the general context of why this move has happened. Euro USD has been rising non-stop for 17 days. Okay. It needs to consolidate. It needs to come back into the zone. All right. 17 days jumping up. All right. That's exactly what she's done. And in a moment's notice, she's gone and dropped. Okay. Zoom out. Look at what's going on. Drops all the way down. W formation, nice swing trade to the upside. Happy fucking days. You would have to have balls of steel to hold a trade this long. Okay? But she's recovered back previous zones. Let's just look at the zones that she recovered. All right? Green candle, red candle right there. Look right. Green candle. Look across. Accumulation candles right there. Green candles, red candles. There's the big red candle there. Look right. You can see that she's recovering those candles right there. Green candle presence. I'm telling you guys, I used to sit for hours and hours going back in charts trying to find the clue between why the green candle always appeared at the red candle. Why? Then you understand that the market makers build their shorts at higher prices to close them at a point later on in the chart. All right? See how Ethereum does exactly the same thing. Let's just bring it up together. All right? Excuse me. There is that accumulation phase by Ethereum. There is exactly the same accumulation phase by Euro USD. All right, you can see it right there. All right. Ethereum has been rising non-stop. Dollar yen and Euro USD has been rising non-stop. Is this the same pattern? Now, I'm not saying that there is a correlation between Euro USD and Ethereum. But do you understand the context that I'm trying to bring it in? How the patterns are present. Okay? You know, that's what you need to understand. Take a peek. I think she may have found her peak low after 21 days of drop. Oh, yeah. Listen, bang out of zone. Excuse me. Euro Swiss always tends to move after dollar yen. Here we go. This is it. She's found the peak formation. There's your W pattern down here. Okay. Coming out of the zone. Rise. Wait for a retrace. Continuation to the upside. All right. Where's the projections? Let's look. Look at that, man. What do I say? Price always builds patterns below moving averages. Look how fanned out the moving averages are. It needs to come back to normalize things. Okay. W formation. Rise. She actually did come back. Actually, oh, it's a 50-minute time frame. Forgive me. Here we go. There you go. Look at that. What are they doing? Working the lows. Look at the amount of accumulation that is in this zone right here. Look at how they're holding this zone perfectly. All right. Comes up the 50. Comes out. Retrace. Continuation up. Top 200 EMA as your profit target. Happy days. See what I mean? Good man. Good man. Good man, bang out of zone. See? Notice what have we got here? Massive zone. Draw out these zones, guys. And just play the game. Look. Red candle, green candle. Yeah. Blue candle, green, red, green. Bang. Completely recovered it. Red candle at the lows. Inducing the shorts. Bang. Up she goes. W formation. Nothing wrong in taking that trade. Let's look again. Green candle, completely recovered. Funny that is. Green candle right there. Completely recovered. Red candle, drop down. Red candle, green, green. Completely recovered it. Not as much. Sorry, tell a lie. But that's pretty fucking close. Red candle. Recovered what? 98% of that candle. Look right. Look left. Why? Why are we seeing the same shit over and over again? So do you understand now when I say red candle, you know what it means, right? Sometimes I don't recover it fully, okay? But that could be another point. So look, what if that is a point that price goes back to? So let's zoom out. Is that the next point that it could go to? Which is funnily enough 3 times ADR. Look at the confluence. 3 times ADR. So every ADR point is a cycle. Every time it achieves 53 pips, it's an ADR point. 1 ADR, 2 ADR, 3 ADR for the start of the week. Okay, remember 3 times ADR is 159 pips. USD Swiss can effectively cover this amount of ground. Next Saturday we'll have a conversation, guys. Yeah? Next Saturday, we will have a conversation about this, and you'll see what we're talking about. Granted, she will retrace, continue up and down. You know the game. All right? But we will have a conversation. You know what? I think people are going to come over to Forex. Just purely because of how easy she trades. You know, this is what it is. All right, this is how this game works. You know, good game, bang, good game. Here we go. Ethereum, she ain't doing much. XRP, same. Bitcoin, oh, coming up. Working the lows, tap, look at that. Look at all those pins to the lows. Looking to aim for the pivot point. So the days that I trade in Forex, I won't trade on a Monday. Nah. No trading on a Monday in Forex. Which is why when I was trading on Binance, you know, I was out my comfort zone. Because I could trade on a Monday kind of thing. I ingrained it in my mind not to trade on a Monday in Forex. And then Binance was there and I was like, okay, this is crypto now. Let's see if it applies. Let's see, can I exploit it on a Monday? So I started doing things that I wouldn't normally do, and things that I tell people not to do, I started doing them, you know. And I could see that my discipline was starting to come away, and I didn't like it. But I was aware. I was thinking to myself, you know, if you see a pattern forming, take it. You know, you pay to play. That's the nature of the game. But from that moment, I was like, okay, things can get a little bit tricky here. But in Forex, I know full well there's going to be a false move week beginning. All right, come Tuesday, yippee-ki-yay, they're going to make their moves. All right, they're going to make their moves. Then Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Friday's a little bit of a tricky day for me to trade. It depends on what the move has been doing. Because what I'm aiming to do, I'm aiming to effectively build this dollar yen position and try and exploit it all the way to potentially on the 4-hour time frame. All my levels are there. Pretty much. I'm waiting for the 109,573. This is the 4-hour time frame. From that point to there, it only looks like 33 pips. Okay, but when you're putting down the size, it's massive. You can see I've got bags of orders down here. So I'm just waiting for 133 pips locked in already. 3 trades on that point there. And then I haven't managed to put in my orders for next week. So I'm waiting for those to get put in. And then happy days. Oh, GBP. Hold on. Wait a second. GBP, JPY. Here we go. This is what you'll find with the yen pairs. All right. When dollar rises, sometimes, you know, Kiwi yen, GBP yen, you know, they'll do the opposite. All right. They've been rising for so long. Look, at what point does she recover? Look down at the coin. Sorry, look at it. Green candles, completely recovered. Green candle blues down there. Zoom out. Oh, that's a 50-minute time frame. We go to the hourly. There we go. Green candle zone, completely recovered. Next zone, 800 EMA. Next zone after that, 3 times ADR. Happy days. Ian, take it easy, my brother. Thank you so much. I'll tell you what, guys. I think we'll call it to an end there. All right. I think we'll call it to an end. I hope you guys have enjoyed today, and we've covered quite a bit as well. All right. And one more time, just have a look at Ethereum. She's probably going to aim for the highs. Happy days. Bitcoin, she coming up to the pivot maybe. XRP, fine, happy. So yeah, just remember, enjoy your weekend, guys. Come away from it, man. It's okay to come away from the charts. If you're new to this, yeah, I get, you know, you want to get it. You know, everyone's killing it. Happy days. Remember, there's always going to be a marketplace. All right? Absorb as much of it as you can. Please go through the previous projections channel as well. I've done a week's worth of videos. Okay, we're now going into the new month of May. So we're going to be getting a new monthly playlist. Because I've done April. Now we're doing May. Obviously, April isn't as populated as what it should be because my old projections channel got suspended. But just accumulate your knowledge. You guys have got today, Sunday and Monday. Get it all in your minds. All right? Get ready for Tuesday. Because that's where it's at. All right? Go and enjoy yourselves, guys. Mad love and mad respect to all of you. All right? Take care of yourself. See you in a bit. Thank you, One Monkey Army, man. Thank you. Take it easy, guys. Happy Easter. Take care. Oh, by the way, I'm going to put it on for the replay, guys. So for anyone, if you want to watch it back, give me about 5 minutes and I'll share it again on the Patreon and in the Telegram for the Patreons. Okay? Cool.